Hello and welcome into the Sorare Spotlight. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joined today by someone who I'm just going to read what somebody wrote in my Discord about my guest here. The MLS GOAT. People think it's messy, but it's actually Deke. SorareDeke, what's up, my man?
Thanks for having me. Exciting to be on the official Sorare channel for the first time, and exciting to be back with you. I think my last live appearance was also with you, so got to dust off the old cobwebs and
sure.
get back after it. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Definitely not as good as Messi or how well he should, in theory, do this year, unless he's playing Alianza Lima.
Yeah, I think we'll get into a whole messy conversation. Don't you worry, everyone. One thing that I feel like gets overlooked here, Deke is also a bit of a hot streaks master. And we had some hot streak success, I know, for a bunch of people. I'll tell everyone right now, I do not have updated hot streak data for this stream, which is a bit disappointing because it felt like everybody hit it. And I was actually talking to my inside source at Sorare who gives me all the data. And he's like, I have this data here, but I'm not sure it's right. And I was like, oh, is it too high? And he's like, I think it's too low. And I was like, it does feel like lots of people hit the fifth streak this week in a couple different competitions. But we'll get into at least the leaderboards and all that stuff. Deke's here for the whole ride. And of course, we are going to talk about MLS. What we are not going to talk about is upcoming Sorare 26 and a half, 27 MLS prize pools or rules or anything, because we don't know what they are. Winter update number 2 is coming sometime this week, but it's not going to be today, at least not from us. So anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. James Johnson, who also Deke, the real MLS GOAT, not Messi, Son, or Boanga could compete. Hatlingen, what's up? I'll get to this question in a second. And Ryan Walter, we want Deke 4 times. You got Deke. Here he is. Hatlingen said, I've got $100 of credits from Common Collections, hoping to make 200 plus before sets launch. Hopefully MLS cards launch before they expire. I think they should, but I have no idea, to be honest. Philly Daily, what's up? Assets and Sports, appreciate you coming in. Snow joke, Deke's on. Such an old man joke. Anyway, JT Chells, what's up? Deke, had your game week, I don't even know what we're up to, 47, I believe. How did that go for you?
It went well, yeah. La Liga hit the 5th streak, and now I'm checking out. It was kind of funny as I was just basically biding time for MLS to come back, and I just had the plan of like, hey, I'm going to play for a while, and then I'm going to sell my cards. And as soon as I stopped a streak, I sold that. Well, for the most part, almost all the cards from that, and I played like everything. Thanks to the Bundesliga 5K streak, which had me playing. But La Liga and Bundesliga were my last 2. Bundesliga, Kimmich coming off the bench didn't give me enough points to get there. It was just kind of a bloodbath all around. I didn't really have a sweat. And then, yeah, La Liga, it took absolute screamer from Yamal. What a goal. And they kept a clean sheet as well. Pau Kubarsi was unbelievable. Crazy AA. And I think me and about 10,000 other people hit 5th streak.
It did seem like a lot. La Liga is actually not even done yet. So we could get a few more people checking in on hitting the 5th streak. Although it feels like if you don't have Barcelona and Real Madrid, and mostly Barcelona, then going for the 5th streak, you're probably not going for the 5th streak. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's definitely, if you buy the best, you have the best options, obviously, which makes sense. But some people can't pay top dollar and pay too much for these guys. Like whenever I'm selling back, and you can kind of get the idea. I mean, what I paid, none of the guys, for the most part, go for that anymore, which as the season goes on makes sense. But, you're taking a little bit of a haircut on all these, player prices. So if you do buy the best and they let you down, then you're even in a bigger hole than you pretty much started at. So you have to have a little bit of luck as well. Like I wasn't hitting it until that Yamal goal. So obviously that's a little bit of luck that you have to have.
Yeah. I'll chalk that to skill. Goal comes in the first minute, feels like skill. Just because it came late I don't want to say that's just luck. I will say though that you jumped into Bundesliga right away because obviously you got like the 5x streaks. Yeah. Did you hit any of the others right away?
No,
Okay.
I didn't hit. I did League One. I jumped in after like seeing you, basically FOMO'd after seeing you do it, and it did not go well. And then I kind of, let's see, I did EPL. I've gotten to the fifth streak, didn't hit it. Eredivisie, got into the fifth streak, didn't hit it. Challenger, got into the fifth streak, didn't hit it. But like other than that, it wasn't really, I didn't really have many chances.
Mhm.
But it all kind of started with Bundesliga, just figured it'd be high scoring, kind of similar to MLS. That was like my thinking. And I figured if I have a Bayern collection, crazy XP, like the full 5% off the get go, you're going to spend a lot for it. But felt like that was good. And obviously that paid off. But, you know, if they lay an egg and then have the problems you have now, we're not talking about that anymore. So,
You heard it here first. Bundesliga, just like MLS.
yeah, same quality.
Same league. The reason why I asked that is because basically asked if you started early, because it does feel like there have been some talk, and maybe it's more on the rare side because there are fewer cards, but it felt like card values have actually been fairly consistent. In fact, there was a conversation in my own Discord this morning about how like Olise is like double, or maybe it was 1.5x from like 2 months ago. And maybe it was more, maybe it was one of these, you know, up, down, up situations. But obviously when you get in kind of matters. And your success early on with Bundesliga paved the way for all of it. It was the plan always to kind of compete as long as you wanted and then get rid of them for MLS?
Yeah, it's just kind of like I was bored. Like I wanted something to do. And
For sure.
I told myself, I think on your stream, that I wasn't going to touch Europe. And then we know how quickly that turned. But it's just kind of like a boredom thing. Like I wanted something. I just did limited because I wanted and especially the 5x streaks. It would just seem like a no-brainer for me to have some skin in the game and then not have like the rare overhead that, you know, I'll have in MLS, which makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. D1872 said, I wonder how this will impact streaks going forward from MLS onwards as they can't keep the current system in place. Sadly, I hope they do, but I doubt it, especially limited level. I'm not sure that they can't. I mean, I don't have any like inside data of what's going on. And it does feel like La Liga, and I feel like La Liga has had, meaning the players have been very successful. Sorare managers have been very successful with La Liga in streaks this season. Barcelona, Real Madrid, just kind of like crushing it. The Bundesliga has been probably the second most successful. And I think a lot of it was how many people hit the fifth streak in the 5X right away. But I'm not sure the other leagues necessarily are. Well, I know that the other leagues are not nearly as successful from the Sorare manager standpoint. And so I think we all just kind of sit here and think if they do want to do it by league, meaning are they rewarding based on how much they make per league, then that's different as opposed to just like all of the cards together, because we all know how difficult the Prem has been, but those are also generally the most expensive cards probably from a median standpoint. I'm sure like the most expensive MLS or Premier League cards are not the same as the most expensive, Barcelona and Bayern cards. But I don't know. We'll see. Since Deke has hit in MLS and Euro leagues, how do you compare the difficulty between the two?
Well, that's a great question. Boy, I don't know. I'd like to say that there's more skill involved in the MLS side, because just kind of, I'm going off of more like lineup predictions. I don't know a lot about some of the teams that, I don't know anything about the manager. I don't really look into it as much like for these lineups. So, leaning on the lineups. And then kind of just, I'm a big set piece guy. So like, as soon as I start at set pieces and then kind of work out from there. So like if I'm going after, a big team, it's like, do we have a monopoly of sets or close to it? All right, I'm starting with this guy. And then kind of went from there. That worked in certain leagues. That definitely did not work in other leagues. But as far as MLS, I feel like I had a better grasp on everything. And there's more options to pick from, but there's also like free spaces a lot of the time where it's like you have a classic Messi. Okay, I'm playing him, I'm captaining him. Takes out complete decision making. And for like the back half of the season, that was just, okay, we'll take 100 every time and then fill in the other spaces. Other thing is like defender, Kai, Wagner. played him pretty much every time.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone. So now what do we do? I think it's going to be significantly more difficult, but you can also play matchups in MLS where you got 30 teams and half of them are home. So you can play a little bit of home stretches, but no one's going to score like Kai. I think you can try to like look at people coming into the league that could possibly have the peaks, but the consistency is just not going to be there this year, which is going to be really difficult.
So it's funny. Philly Dude said MLS nightmare for goalkeeper and defender with Kai gone. I feel like you were one of the first people that was like very open of not playing Andre Blake with Kai. And you were just like, I don't want him to ruin Kai. And everyone's like, yeah, but they're teammates. And you're like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Andre made a glass Blake is just scary. And like, you could have Andrew Rick as well as the backup, but I don't know. I would go elsewhere at times. I think it was just more of me personally, just Andre Blake. I don't know. He gets hurt in the 33rd minute and just kills your lineup. And it's just like, for a goalie, that should never happen. And it's happened so many times. So I think it's like PTSD from that more.
I think the best is the notes or like the Discord messages, and all of a sudden somebody's like, wait, did Blake not take that goal kick? And everyone's like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Always something. In MLS, home is so important. How much Euro home away based in your opinion?
So for playing Bayern early, it didn't matter at all. Like, they would just smash home or away. I think it's severely less because I think the talent discrepancy between the top teams and bottom teams is huge. So like your Real Madrids, like you said, Barcelona, all those teams, they're just a lot better than the lower teams, where MLS, for the most part, you have a lot of just teams that are the worst teams aren't that bad. And if they play at home, if you look at the table, okay, Montreal was not good, but at home, they're very serviceable, and you can probably count on like an Owusu goal, and that blows up a clean sheet. So I think from that aspect, it's a lot different because you're just not used to, unless like Inter Miami just runs through the league this year, you're not used to a team just really having a huge kind of discrepancy home or away, just being better than everyone else.
Right. Yeah. I think there's just some of that like Wednesday night at altitude in Denver, and you're just like, oh, that actually matters when you play most of your games in Southern Florida and stuff like that. Here's a call for Lucas Engel. Can he be the guy? We also kind of shouldn't ignore the Jordi Alba also gone.
yeah, that too, right? He was a big one. Yeah, Engel's interesting. Yeah. RSL looks like they're going to go to 3 in the back, so he'll be in that left center back instead of on the wing, which he scores better at left center back than he does on the wing. So that could be really interesting. I don't know if I trust RSL. I think they're solid. Like, love Diego Luna. All sets, that's great, all those things. But like, I don't know. Up front, they've had some transfer rumors, getting guys in, but it's like they seem to swing and miss. Like Ruan Cruz came on a loan to buy, and he just took all of his information out of like his bio, and it was just like, okay, I guess he's not there anymore. Just, their DP signings haven't been good. So I would like to see a good DP signing, and then maybe I can trust that. But on the back line, yeah, he's gonna be interesting.
Before we go any further, because I was going to start with the like reviewing all the game week stuff that we're going through, but we're already neck deep in MLS. So let's just keep going with this. I do want to point out that Deke has set up a Patreon, Deke FC here, for all of his MLS stuff. I'm a member, and I'm not even sure I'm playing MLS, to be honest. But Deke, these are just some of the things that you do daily, MLS news and rumors. You've been doing team previews as well. Do you just want to give everyone kind of a quick idea of what to expect if they are like, let me rephrase. If you're going to play MLS, I just think you're putting yourself at a humongous disadvantage by not joining this Patreon. And I'll put it that way, and I'll let Deke tell everybody what's actually in here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. So like what you see, this is all off-season stuff. So like it's, we're kind of speculating everything, but like early fixtures preview, it's the first 5 game weeks for every team. The team previews, I update them as soon as a new rumor comes in, update them right away. I'll have the next batch go in there. But it kind of gives you who's playing in CONCACAF Champions Cup early, because that just is brutal. horrible. So like San Diego opens up, I think we're under 10 days. And it's outrageous. And then you have teams flying to no idea. You look at the team and couldn't have any idea what country it is. And you just
It's our favorite game, though.
Play the guessing game. Yeah. And you kind of go there. But the daily recaps are just like any transfer rumors, anything like that. But then the Discord is probably the biggest part. So similar to your community, we basically just have, and right now, a lot of solid members who know a lot about MLS too, which is huge. And it just kind of is a nice way to, any link that comes out, as soon as I see it or as soon as I comb through my timeline, I post it in each team chat. So like we talk about RSL, as soon as those informations come in, I post it in there. So some of the guys have some crazy low buys on the trees, which is awesome. I can't say that I have, but you have that off season where you can make some money if you're trying to flip some of these guys, like New York City signing Sia, or however you say his name. His price graph, they just go off like crazy. You just assume that every big signing, it's like, oh, well, I missed that one. If you're just like slightly late. So maybe him not as much, a little bit of peaks. Try the limited, see what that looks like.
Yeah. And also another point here. So he has in-season cards.
Yeah.
Also because he was at Schalke. Is that where he was?
Yeah.
Something like that. Obviously, and just like we said, Bundesliga or two Bundesliga, just like MLS. So he's well prepared. Yeah, we saw even the classics are starting to pop a little bit. But yeah, highly recommend it. There's multiple posts a day actually, because I get the notifications that any sort, like D said, anytime there's like a new news or rumors, like the team previews get updated. It's great stuff. Great stuff, Deke.
Appreciate it.
I don't know how you'll keep it up, but I'm looking forward to seeing the effort. Thoughts on Son being the new star of MLS because he's going to play more than Messi?
Yeah, it's interesting. LAFC, I think, like, I follow a decent amount of like supporters and just like to get the information in a timeline, and like they've been super bummed out with their off season and are kind of like saying that they're wasting him. Like this is the years. You had the rumor of Bouanga wanted to go to Inter Miami and they shot it down, which is crazy. If they would have got him too, we just like step away because it's not fun. But I think he can be really good, especially with him having in-season cards from day one. Some of the guys in that Patreon have him at 16% at a limited. It's like, that is a huge edge off the bat. Like that is crazy good. They got Schaffelberg and he was injured. He had groin surgery. So like they acquired him and then the news came out that he had an injured groin. So there's, I don't know, a little weird there. And then they got Budry. He's a Swedish guy. You might know him more than I do. GAIS from Sweden is where he came from for 3.3 million attacking mid. So I mean, he's young. So interesting to see what they do with him. But yeah, I think Son could be really, really good. But some of the other guys, I'm a sucker for set pieces. You can give me like Dreyer on all sets. I know he had a really good first year, and it's like maybe there's a little bit comes back, but with Lozano, being the ex-girlfriend that won't leave, apparently. I don't know. There's other guys that, you have that Bouanga kind of cutting into him, but also adding to him as well. So I think he's one of the guys that if you're looking for stars, Son's got to be at the top of your list. But I don't know. I still think Messi's just going to be the best.
Dreyer's an interesting one to me because I'm a disciple of Gator Guy 231 as well. And so he's a big like year two guy, meaning new players to MLS, even if they're superstars, like generally struggle. And I don't want to put Messi in that category because he's just not in anybody else's category. But I think the immediacy of the impact that Dreyer made was surprising to everybody, or at least everybody who knows that usually it takes a little time. We say it about every league. It's like, oh, he's going to a new league. Like, who knows if he'll be able to adjust? And then people come to MLS and everyone's like, he's going to crush. And it's like, well, it's the same thing. The travel in MLS is so different than everything else. And so, Dreyer, like, I don't know if there should be an expectation of any sort of regression for Dreyer, because it's almost like if last year was the transition year, like now that he's fully in, I don't know. He seems fun.
Another interesting one, like Zinkernagel, is the same thing. Like,
yes,
he did really well year one. It's like, man, there was no adjusting. And it's usually you have that first year. It's like, oh, they're not used to flying to every match and just the travel and everything. But we've had guys that just come in and just bang right off the bat, which is interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Dan said, I was lucky enough to pick up a Tottenham in-season Son. I get so many offers on it, but he's going nowhere. There we go. And Jay Blaze, what's up? Been a minute. So you said that your European strategy was all limited. What do you think that your MLS strategy is going to be? Because did you play limited and rare last year, or was it just rare?
Just rare. Yeah, just rare. I'm going to do rare, but I think on a smaller scale to start. Last year, I kind of went crazy, got all collections to 5%, but like I was only playing that. So I wouldn't do it differently. It's just, I think I'm going to try to have like 4 lineups at the start, sure. But I don't think I'm going to like grind all the collections for the first game week, because I think as I can kind of get further, and there were so many special editions that came out last year that like it was somewhat easy to get your collections up to 5% as time went on. But yeah, I think a little bit different on that. But then I am going to play limited. Limited's fun. It's some of the guys you can have where it's like you're going to hold your nose to actually buy them in a rare. Like, yeah, I bought 4 Messis just to have the in-season and just went with that strategy. I don't plan on buying his in-season. It's just going to kind of use him for that free square, hopefully. But I think limited is really fun. And I think you can kind of have more cards in your gallery that maybe you wouldn't have at the rare level, which makes it, enjoyable.
So there's no plan to kind of like mirror the two because it's kind of, I don't want to call limited easier, but it's like, it's certainly easier to like build up a collection in limited because it's obviously just cheaper.
Right.
But do you feel like you have to, that the scarcities themselves have to be played differently, or is it just budget wise, that's why they have to be played differently?
I think just like budget wise, I don't want to spend as much. I think it's just that if I just, unlimited money, I'll just mirror them in both, but it's just, not plausible right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense. I think I haven't really done that at all. I did it on a very small scale with Racing Club last season. And it just, because it was basically one lineup in each, it didn't feel like I was really kind of like mirroring the strategy. It was just like, oh yeah, let's just do with that. Don said going with both limited and rare seems like a good strat for someone with the knowledge that Deke has. Any thought on super rare?
Yeah, I've never been a super rare guy. I played rare pro, but like I've just never gotten there. I just hold my nose. I just can't, can't get there. Like I thought briefly about like if classic was there for MLS, which it's not. So you could play like arena and things like that. But super rare. I was never into super rare whenever like at the beginning. So I think that's just how I never got there. I just, I don't know.
Makes sense. What is opening day? Like how much time do we actually have? What is today? January 26th.
Got to be under a month, I would think.
Gosh,
maybe like February 21st. I don't know.
Feb 21 I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Phew, that's soon, man. That is very soon.
But San Diego plays, I think, in like 9 days.
Let's see where they actually play. They play Pumas, so that's not so bad.
Yeah.
In fact, that's actually quite convenient for a Southern California team.
Yeah. But not who you want to start with.
Well, that's true. That's true. Does that actually make you hesitate on San Diego players? So I'm looking at the schedule, like their opening schedule. So it's Tuesday. There we go. Tuesday, Feb 3, Tuesday, Feb 10. Those are the 2 CONCACAF Champions League games against Pumas. And then they open up home against Montreal, home against St. Louis. We do love a home game. We got 2 back-to-back. Do you think that the Champions League stuff ends up messing with them? Like this is 11 days in between the 2, unless there's a another round. Yeah, they can't. Seems too early to have another round already.
Yeah. So since they're in like the first round, there is another round, like on that Patreon. I don't have it in front of me, but that doc, I did show like when it possibly could be. But honestly, I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to advance from playing them. So I'm kind of hoping they lose. I said this like Philadelphia made it the 1 year, and I'm like, I would just rather them lose because like Kai's not playing in the league. You run into that kind of stuff, and it's like, this sucks. Like, I don't want the extra utility. So I'm hoping they lose because, as you can see there, Montreal will be better this year. They have some good youth talent, but them at home, and then they got St. Louis. Then they go to Sporting Kansas City, who still only has like 18 players on their roster. And then at Dallas, who is solid. But, I mean, San Diego is one of the best 5 stretches that you can have for those early streaks if we have them.
Right. I would assume so, but again, I don't know. So we'll see. What's the plan for the World Cup for MLS? A league that traditionally loves to just play through everything.
They are taking a break.
Yeah.
Which would be hilarious if they played through.
Right. Well, I mean, did they play through the Euros? Surely they did, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think I mean, the World Cup is obviously a different beast there, but yeah. What are some of the things that you've been doing? Like, obviously staying up on news and stuff like that. I know you make kind of like your own depth charts and stuff. Like, what do you think is the best advice for people who want to get into MLS outside of just subscribing to your Patreon and being spoon-fed everything that they need to know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of free tools that you can use too, or some that aren't free. But SofaScore player charts and things like that with FB Ref going down, and well, just not going down, but the advanced analytics, things like that, like progressive passes and stuff were really interesting to me, just to see like the buildup of guys I know nothing about coming into MLS, which is a little bit of a bummer. But like Gator Guy, he loves, looking at the heat maps, and I've gotten more into heat maps, I think, because of him. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm a sucker for a nice heat map. And just kind of seeing where in the pitch you can expect this guy. Is he on corners? Was he on corners, coming in like Celetros that joined Chicago? He had a free kick goal. He's not going to cut into Zinkernagel, I don't think. But like seeing that he was one of the top set piece takers on the team and things like that, you hope it doesn't eat into like a guy like that, where Zink he's too good to take offsets.
Yeah.
But you wonder if like, instead of taking all, does he take, 75%? And like things like that. But like if you're just trying to get into MLS, I would say looking at things like that give you an idea. RotoWire is another thing. There's set piece kind of stuff where how many have they taken, and then once players are removed from the roster, you can see, oh, that guy was removed and they're not in there as well. And then Sorare Inside, you have some depth charts on there, some preseason stuff, some stuff from really good guys that know a lot as well. So I think you have a lot of different tools. Some are paid, some are free. But it's tough because in any league, you can't expect the scores from the previous season to just be the same, which I've fallen into that trap trying to play Europe just because, oh, he was really good last year. Somebody else comes in, takes up his role, eats into that role. So it is tricky just starting from square one. As crazy as it is, MLSsoccer.com, the main site, you can read articles. There's some good writers like Andrew Weeby, people like that, where they go in depth in each team as well. So if you're looking for something like free, I would probably start there, actually, more to talk about.
Peter saying they're going to play through while hosting the World Cup. So the whole don't pay attention to last season, what are there any, you can give us maybe one or two teams that you think will be very different this year, whether good or bad? Like this, I feel like, I was going to say, does like Philly collapse without Wagner? But like, I felt like we said that going into last season and we were like, oh, they're really going to struggle. And then they didn't.
Yeah. Philadelphia. I mean, start there. Cause like last year, I didn't think they'd be very good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wrong, completely wrong as a fan. And like, I just, I don't know. You lose guys like Jose Martinez was huge in the midfield, and they like lost him to Corinthians and a lot of different guys that you're like, oh man, like, what are we going to do? And then they just pick up guys for cheap, and you're just like, okay, I guess we'll just fill in with it and it just runs smoothly. Like this year, some of the guys they lost, obviously Ty Baribo is at DC now. He was one of their leading goal scorers every single year since he came over. He had a huge jump. Glesnes on the back line, but like his play has gone down a little bit. He hasn't been as good. But you replace all these guys, and it's like, where do we go from here? And like Makanya had a really good year last year. He didn't even see the field like his first year. It's just kind of crazy what they do. Do I think they can be as good as last year? I don't. But maybe I'm wrong again. I just think there has to be a little bit of a change there. Some other teams that are interesting, like Toronto, are interesting just because they have a lot of changes.
Did Jubinko come back?
Right? Yeah. Like Sargent, if he gets done, I would say that would make it interesting for them because they got Mihalovic last year coming over. They do have some holes for sure, but they won't be as bad as last year, which could be positive because they got Walker Zimmerman as well. So you'd think defensively they'd be a little bit better. They did get rid of Sean Johnson. Govrin's going to be the guy, but I mean, who cares about goalies, right? Yeah, Nashville was good last year. Did they take the next step with Espinoza coming in? You know, there's a lot of intriguing storylines, and I just really hope that it's not just Inter Miami's just better than everyone else and they just steamroll everybody. But team year to year changes so much. I feel like in MLS compared to everywhere else, but maybe there is the same amount of like change from year to year in like European leagues. I feel like it's just insane with like everyone has a player option and then you're like, oh, they just declined him on accident. Like Christian Espinoza, you know, I didn't hit the button to say, hey, we should probably keep him. Good job, San Jose.
That was a weird one. That was also just, it felt like classic MLS, and it's definitely happened in other sports in the US, but like, it just felt like a very MLS-y move. Back to the Union thing. I think the player, and as weird as it sounds, because he wasn't like phenomenal the season before, but when Jack McGlynn went to Houston, it was kind of like, I think everybody was expecting him to be really good in Philly, and all of a sudden they sent him to Houston. It was like, oh, all right, they're just going to be down this year, and then they were very much not down. Does Carlos Heel come back with the new coaching style, or are we still down on the Revs?
Yeah, I think New England could look a lot better. It's like the age-old question I feel like we've asked ourselves the last 2 years, is Carlos Heel dust or is he not? Before they took all the advanced stats off, the amount of chances he was creating and things like that just he would have a great pass one-on-one in on goal and they just miss. Like there's a lot that just a little bit unlucky. They got Griffin Yao, who I think is interesting, and new coach Marko Mitrovic. He was the World Cup USA, or not World Cup, sorry, the Olympic coach for the US. Or was it the under 20s? Under 20s. Yeah, sorry.
Was it the same? Isn't it the same team?
Very similar, right? Because you can be under 23 with a couple extras. So he got his guys. So he brought in Brooklyn Reigns. He loved him from that team. And he brought in Griffin Yao, who he said he loved from that team. So I think they'll be interesting. Turgeman is the other guy, and they have Campana still. So like, if they can just finish their chances, I think Hill could have a ton of assists and be really solid again this year.
I was just looking up the RotoWire stats here and just sorted by chances created. Espinoza first at 117. Can I get this all on the screen? Almost. Oh boy, hold on. There we go. Carlos Heel 102, Kai Wagner 102. Yeah. Like everybody's like, Kai's gone. Oh my gosh. Carlos Heel, same number of chances created, more big chances. No, he was third in big chances. Of course, Messi. Of course, Messi's first.
Yeah.
Speaking of Messi, actually, I wanted to point this one out from ZM Star, who called out Griffin Yao earlier. Limited flyer, not a rare flyer, which I almost feel like is the opposite. Like if Yao is not that expensive, maybe you do fly in rare. I don't know, whatever. But Miami, we're saying like if Miami steamrolls everyone this year, obviously we expect Messi to have a good season if they're steamrolling everybody. Who else on Miami do we care about?
Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely not Luis Suarez. Because um, is it Herman? I'd assume, and Bertarami, uh, coming in from Monterey for
Hmm.
15 mil. You would think he's going to have a ton of goals. You would think, but I'm not really familiar with him other than like Portland wanted him maybe last year, and he kind of turned him down, I think. David Ayala, if he starts in the midfield, he could be interesting because he was like a solid scorer in Portland. You'd think he kind of plays that Busquets role maybe. DePaul has to have a good season, like in that case, you would think.
Yeah.
He'd be good. I was thinking Sergio Regulon, or however you said, would be good. He just got hurt. So he got hurt in the first friendly. He's having knee scans today. That could be horrible, or maybe it was just scary and they just took him off.
Yeah.
Facundo Mura, the other side's interesting from like the guys that are coming in. And then, there, Mikael and Tadio Alande was kind of non-existent the whole year and then just balled out in the playoffs.
And then all of a sudden he was the best player.
That was kind of weird. So maybe that was he just had to get used to the US and then just balled out. So yeah, he could that could be like a second year guy that really balls out.
Was he on loan and they redid it or something like that?
He was on loan and then they couldn't come to terms, so he went back.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And then they ended up buying him outright. So yeah, they have him through June of 2030 plus an option. So they got him forever.
Yeah. With two comments here. If Sargent goes to Toronto, St. Louis will riot, especially for losing Klaus. And then notice that Hartle was number 4 here on the chances created. Espinoza, Gill, Wagner, Ojeda, Hartle with the same number.
That's pretty shocking. I mean, you look at even going like 10 deep. Like, okay, those guys are all like set piece takers. And this is another reason why I love sets. If you look at that whole list, they're pretty much all set piece takers. Take all sets.
Let me add corners in here, and then there we go. So yeah, if we sort by, literally all of them pretty much. It's funny, Messi actually took the fewest corners. Yeah. Just couldn't be bothered with running over to the corner.
It's just too much work.
Yeah.
Well, or they just scored instead of like the ball going behind.
I will say that it feels like, and maybe this is why Gator Guy is such a set piece stan, which we all are at this point. But it does feel like the highest scoring players in MLS are the set piece takers. And the number of times where I'll be doing League On research or something like that. And I was like, oh, this guy takes sets and hasn't hit 40 in like 3 weeks, 3 months, whatever. I'm just like, what are they doing? And it just feels like in MLS, the whole plan is like, hey, let's just get our best player on the ball as much as possible. And if that includes set pieces, then so be it.
Yeah. That's interesting, right? It is weird because I definitely bought into, this guy takes sets, he should be good, right? He stinks. You wonder, like, I'd be interested to see what about like the amount of set pieces in a game, whether it's like corners, whatever, is it significantly more like higher because it's a back and forth game in MLS compared to, that would be interesting to me. Is it just happening more, or is it like, okay, here's our best player because we can only have 3 in theory good players?
Yeah. Unless you're Miami.
Unless you're Miami and you just, every loophole ever, whoever that lawyer is or whoever does those books, you're not paid enough.
No, definitely not. It might be Garber himself though.
It could
be. So looking into this upcoming season now, is this essentially your watch list?
Somewhat. So like, let's start at the top. Espinoza, it's not the same role, right? He was pretty hard done by people just not finishing chances, kind of similar to Hill. And he didn't score as well as like, he had his upside, but like, you'd be like, oh, he got 40. How did he get 40?
Yeah.
It was like that similar thing. Now he's in Nashville. So like, okay, so him and Mukhtar, who's going to take the sets? I think it's going to be Mukhtar takes the left corners, Espinoza takes the right. That cuts into it. But at the same time, okay, you get that boost of playing in a good offense where they should score goals. You got Sam Serge in the middle, a nice guy to put in probably another 15, 20 goals, right? So you might have more decisives, but I think maybe you lose a little bit of AA, possibly.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that jumped out at me when we talked about him. It's like, oh wait, because if Espinoza and Hani Mukhtar are on this list near the top, they both can't be on this list near the top if they're on the same team now.
Yeah, I like you look at Kai. Okay, he's not there. Where does it fall? Quinn Sullivan. He was usually their second taker. He's out with an ACL. So you keep kind of going down the list. You see how they played whenever it's there, and you can find guys that like you're really high on. So I don't know. Do you have a guess of who might be there on all sets?
Is Kevin going to play finally?
He might. He might turn into a starter. I'd say like maybe halfway through, be more in a starting role possibility. Yeah.
Now that he's 11 or 12 years old or whatever. Yeah. Ryan said the creative Cam often turns the ball over and loses AA in bad matchups. In MLS, the DPs are still better than opponents, even in bad matchups.
Yeah, that plays.
Is it Rusnak season again?
Yeah.
I do have a soft spot for Albert Rusnak.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I do this every year. This time, it's always this time of year, and I'm like, I'm not going to play MLS. And then I talk to you or I talk to Keith, and all of a sudden I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get
you see that one name from 8 years ago whenever you played DFS or whatever.
Yeah. Or it's just like, oh, I still have his super rare. Maybe I'll just. Although did I sell it? Yeah, I finally sold the Rusnak one. Yeah. Anyway.
He was the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
He was the answer to the Philly who's going to step in, take most
okay.
sets. Yeah. I apologize if I lowballed anyone because I sent a rare offer to every single Iloski in season that's at North-Jalen. So
that's right.
I apologize if you thought that I was lowballing you. I might have been, but I did get one. So
I mean, if you're not lowballing, you're not trying.
Yeah, right.
So, as a set piece stand, you should love the MLS layer. I mean, you're right. You're right. I don't know.
And especially you don't watch the game. So like, you don't have to see how bad it looks.
So that's the funny thing about it. Yeah. So you're not wrong about that. I think that a lot of the reason I don't watch MLS is because it's at night. And when I started watching football, I got used to it during the day, but you're right. I don't watch it during the day either. So why not? Oh man, here we go again. I tried to half-ass MLS last year in limited. I bought a little bit of a Cincinnati stack without Evander. And it's like, well, that's obviously the opposite of what I should be doing here. I got into RSL a little bit. I think that was the problem, is that I just half-assed it. And now the more I'm going to read your Patreon and get into the Discord, I'm going to be like, oh, maybe at least I'll be more informed of my mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, I think you had a couple guys that like disappointed, like Diego Gonzalez from RSL, I believe you had, and he just like went missing from the team. He just like stopped showing up to practice for a little bit, and it's like, well, this sucks.
And then I thought Luna would have taken over, and he kind of had a little bit of a cold spell.
He just he was on all sets, and it was kind of like what you talked about. He just didn't really perform, which is odd, but
yeah. I'm trying to see where he was. Yeah, Luna's not remotely close to the top of this set piece list anyway. So just because Just Heat's here and I brought them up a couple times, any quick thoughts on, or not, doesn't have to be quick, any thoughts on St. Louis?
They haven't done anything really. And then whenever they did, like they're linked to another DM after getting Daniel Edelman. So it's like they're not filling their holes as much. I don't know, kind of weird. But they got Wallum back, who's a solid wing back. But João Klaus, right? They're kind of letting him walk. He didn't want to re-sign, is what I kind of saw. And this is last year of his contract. So they're trying to get something out of him, which I can understand.
Sure.
But like if Simon Bescher is your answer, that's not good. It's like they let, I think it was Giacchini kind of walk after that first season, right? And then they didn't replace him. Like they didn't have a replacement. So like, and then the Sargent, he's from St. Louis, and like they have his rights. So it would seem like a no-brainer, but it seems like he likes Toronto.
I feel like there was also some issue that Norwich said they would let him leave, and then all of a sudden they're like, maybe we're not going to let you leave. Like it's not just on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. They put him down with the under 23s and were like, hey, you do that and we'll play our games up in on the big boy field.
Yeah. But then also won't let him leave.
And then like heated discussions, he wants to leave for his family. He wants to be closer, like back, makes sense. Sure. Mm-hmm. And then he like brought up his family and apparently they said something about his family and then he like stormed out. So that's where they left it. I just can't see him being there anymore. Like,
yeah, it certainly seems like an untenable situation. Yeah. Finding the next top defender is going to be the big edge at the beginning of the season. So I think the different question is, will there be a top defender? Like obviously somebody has to be the top, but like there's a difference when the top is here and everyone else is here, as opposed to just like you just happen to be the top. Like, do you think there actually is going to be one that we all say, okay, that's who we have to go after?
Boy, it's tough, right? I don't see one right now. And I've probably gone through like half the teams on like a really deep dive. And through that first half, I don't see one that's like, I have to have him. Like there's just not anyone that you're like, doesn't matter the matchup. I'm just going to play him. Yeah. Right. But there's guys that, okay, if he's at home in a decent matchup, yeah, fire him up. Sure. So I think this year you're going to have more options at D that you're going to that's kind of why I want to play limited as well. Have more of those like options that I can just play matchup based and kind of go from there. Where last year in rare, I bought a Kai. I had him. I played him. I had one classic Messi and I had two more classic Kais. That was 3 lineups done with, right? It took kind of like the decision-making away, which makes kind of you making the mistakes, not happen as much. There's some interesting guys and it's like, are they going to get defender cards? Brian Ramirez is interesting coming to Cincinnati with him being that wing back where Orjano played, where Barrial played before, and they scored pretty well for the most part. And then like Engel went in that role and he didn't score well at all, which was like odd. So it's like, do I go back to the well thinking that? Because I thought Engel was going to be good last year. He wasn't bad. It's not like he was bad, but I thought he'd be good in that wing back role. But yeah, there's a lot of like question marks coming into the season and it's kind of bummer. It's crazy. Like I'm a huge Philadelphia fan. I'm probably more bummed that he's not going to be available to use for Sorare compared to the team, which is hilarious because he does nothing like defensively. He's just like 4 bombs forward. But yeah.
Who was the Houston fullback that was prone to smash but then fell out of the team?
Probably Franco Escobar, most likely. Or maybe like Griffin Dorsey. No,
Dorsey is the one who popped in, but I didn't think. I'm only looking because I feel like if I own, I don't have an Escobar. I was like, I'm pretty sure I bought Escobar for that reason, but oh my God, did I buy Dorsey? Oh, I did. Oh. There he is, still wrapped.
Look at that.
I wonder why he never got a picture.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he joined late.
No.
Like he's been there for years, I feel like.
Yeah.
Weird.
And now just in everybody's vault.
He should be a starter.
That's the best we can do. Do you find that now that you've played the other leagues, and actually let me talk about that because you have a bigger edge in MLS than you do in the other leagues.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When you kind of built for the other leagues, was it just like, let me buy the players from the top teams and that's it? Like, or do you feel like you need to have like a deeper player pool in MLS versus the other leagues? Like we're talking about, we look at that list of set piece takers and it's like, yeah, if you just have all those guys, like you're probably fine. But then who do you play at defense and goalie? And so I'm curious if you think that you need more, like a bigger player pool within your gallery to compete in MLS, or if it's the opposite.
It's definitely a bigger player pool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 100%. You just kind of look at that list. Absolutely. It's like, okay, Hill, if he's away to LAFC, you don't love that at all. I'm not going to play him, right? I'd rather have those matchups. Plus, especially most of those guys on the list are midfielders. So you're pretty much going double midfield unless you're playing like Messi and Son together, like if you have all the options. So like you're going to need 2 for that lineup. So that's 8 if you're playing all 4 lineups, and you'd like to have the studs if you can. So whenever I was kind of getting into Bundesliga, for example, I started with Bayern and kind of went through those guys. Okay, that's a lineup. Then I got a classic Kane and classic Elise. Okay, those are 2 pieces for the second lineup. Then I kind of went through, okay, what teams should be good from the limited knowledge and limited research that I've done. And then I basically just went through, okay, what team has a guy that takes Monopoly of sets? Okay, boost him up. And this is all at the limited level. So rare is completely different. And it's kind of into my thinking. I have all these classic rares from last year, but I don't think that like budget wise, I want to get into, like you said, paying for all those top mids, right? So like Evander, when he comes out last year, I bought him right at the beginning and he was really expensive. He was really good, but man, he was expensive. So I don't know. I just kind of, I'm more keeping those classic rares to probably play arena and just grind that out with those cards, which I haven't been an arena guy at all, but I think I might be more for MLS to try and get into that. But like you look at Bayern, whenever the first 5 weeks, you could just play pretty much the same lineup and they just smashed. The only kind of question mark was, okay, goalie, they're probably not keeping a clean sheet. And if they do, you know, Neuer will probably score 60, or maybe he's out of the squad now, but, you know, not even in the lineup. But yeah, I feel like you can kind of go back and forth, but you just need so many more players in MLS. It's just, there's more teams to pick from, but just matchup based is so key, where Bayern, they could be playing anyone away. I mean, like that Leipzig match, I forget what the final was of that, but like you'd think that's a bad matchup, but it just never is.
I want to say it was 6-0.
Yeah, it was bloodbath.
Yeah. Bayern Leipzig. Yeah. So that was August 22nd, 6-0. That was at home. Then they went to Leipzig and won 5-1.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, that doesn't happen for the most part in MLS. Just there's too much parity.
Yeah. Yep. You mentioned it very quickly about like playing arenas. Is your expectation that there's no classic and like this is what we do with our classic cards, or do you think they'll go side by side?
Oh yeah, I'm just assuming that there won't be an MLS Classic. I mean, I doubt, just based on what Europe looked like, I doubt there will be. So that's kind of, I have so many good cards that are just going to go unused. So I feel like it would make sense to have all of those options, especially with a cap, that I can probably put out some really good lineups for arena and maybe grind some essence that way. And then maybe be able to craft some cards from that essence and kind of try to get a lot of, because I don't really want to buy a ton at the beginning. So hopefully, like, you know, earn some essence that way, because I don't play any rare as far as Europe. So I don't have any essence to start with from there. So it's kind of behind the 8 ball compared to other people. And then limited, I have a ton of essence, but like none of it's all-star. So that's kind of, I'm curious, what is your thinking with that? Like if you would be a guy that would play MLS and you have all this like La Liga essence, would you just rip now, get rid of it? Or would you play arena to kind of wash it, you know, do a nice little drug deal and just wash it to be all-star to have options at it?
As someone who doesn't wash essence effectively at all, but everybody's favorite Yippee-ki-yay is like an expert at it. It does seem like it does seem like for you, the optimal move is to wash it. Yeah, is play a bunch of arena so that you can get all-star essence. And not that all-star essence guarantees MLS, but once MLS cards launch, there are a lot more MLS cards that can be given out than the other leagues. And so it does seem like that's essence conversion for MLS. We are true sickos.
Right, yeah. I got to be the only one thinking that, other than, you know, the handful of sickos out there.
Andreas is saying arena is neutral. so you can get it to MLS Essence if you don't play much else. So I didn't realize that, but that's actually significantly better.
Yeah.
Because if you convert all of your La Liga Essence, let's say, to neutral, and then you start winning MLS Essence, it's all MLS at that point.
Sweet. Better.
Appreciate the corrections there. As we said, we're not the washing experts. So everybody keeps throwing MLS questions out, and I'm going to keep bringing them up because Deke is here. Deke, do you have a schedule set for streaming during the season?
Yeah, I plan to do the night before. I know that stinks for like Europeans, but just based on my schedule, whenever the kid goes down, probably like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, 4 a.m. for those sickos. Not ideal. But yeah, just like the night before the game week closes up, kind of what I did last year for like the first half. And then it just like, fell apart. Some of us can't keep the schedule like you. So like mad props to you being able to just like constantly do this, where like I always hit like mid-season and I'm like, man, I'm burnt out. Like, I'm sure you get burnt out, and props to you for keep going.
Yeah, it helps not having a real job, or having this be the real job. But anyway, that is obviously going to be part of the Patreon as well, being able to, like, if you can't make those live, I'm sure there's a drop your questions and Deke will answer them so that when you do wake up on Friday, you can get your MLS fix right there.
Yeah.
So speaking of MLS questions, who will be the hype of the season, like Pedro Amador, who started strong and then disappeared?
Yeah, he was one that, I thought he would have a really good season with the rest of Atlanta, man.
Yeah. That was one of the weirdest season outcomes I can remember.
Yeah. I don't know where like the experts, how they do, like, I think they'll finish whatever in the East. MLSsoccer.com does it. And like, they were top 5, I think, in everyone's. And like, I had them, I think, 4th. And I thought they were going to be so good. And you'd think, oh man, Amador, he's going to be involved a ton. Just completely wrong there. So like now they just signed this Baez from San Lorenzo, I think. And Amador's still on the roster. So is he on his way out? But they play the same position. Is he going to get some hype? But I don't think anyone's really going to be on Atlanta this year. Like I said, Brian Ramirez could be interesting. Yeah, look at that run.
I was going to say, in fairness, like, we had every reason to believe it was going to be Amador.
Yeah.
And then I did, like,
high of 63, huh?
I don't know what happened.
Oof.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just one of those, you're like, yeah, it's MLS. It happens. Who knows? Andre said MLS will be the highest value essence at the start of MLS, especially in rare, where most true stars will be gone, meaning European stars. Let's not call them true stars. Since Messi's going to be in that new MLS star pool. Let's see. I think Amador and Baez both play. Amador played higher up toward the end of the season, is what Ryan said. Ryan, are you doing the Atlanta predictions for Sorare Inside this year? Because, Deke, you certainly don't do them all.
No, I only do 11 of them. Would like to do less.
It's the help wanted sign from the guy who's doing the job currently. Until they fire me. That's exactly how I live my whole life. Yeah, it's mine until they fire me. So how do you envision the Patreon going throughout the season? Obviously, the off-season stuff is, rumors, team previews. Once the season starts, you don't need to do team previews and maybe rumors you do. But what do you think the cadence is going to be for what people get when they subscribe?
Yeah. So the announcement is going to have a lot to do with what it looks like.
Sure.
So if we do have streaks, I'm going to give my rankings for every game week for streaks. If you're playing streaks, here's who I would play. Goalkeepers down to, every position. So that would be a big aspect of it. And then weekly, I'm going to do set piece kind of recaps. So that I think you were doing it for like League One and things like that, which is really helpful. If there's like a shift in who's taking them, things like that can be huge to capitalize on. So I'm going to do that for every team as well through the week, and then the live stream as well. And then kind of see where it goes. Hopefully we have streaks, and hopefully people are interested in playing MLS streaks. You look at last year, people like complain that they nerfed the prize pools and stuff like that, but we all played, right? So it doesn't really matter what it looks like as long as we have streaks, which I really like streaks. I know there's kind of like back and forth with like leaderboards and things like that. You know, finishing top should be better than, you know, finishing limited 5x Bundesliga week 5, but you know, to each his own.
Well, so you got into Bundesliga right away. I assume it was the 5x streaks that got you there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Was there any thought once you hit the 5th streak, got that payout, and you got into all the other leagues? Was it just essentially like a streaks strategy, or were you thinking of the leaderboard cash as well?
Mainly streaks. So it's obviously the 5,000 made me like jump into it, but like the beating the game aspect of things is like speaks to me. I don't know why. It used to be like whenever we didn't have streaks, it would be like the leaderboards, like how many podiums can I get? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where that kind of shifted. I think because, okay, I hit that first streak. I had the worst game week possible, but hey, you know, I'm going on to streak 2 next week. So like that aspect, I think kept me more engaged. So like, you know, if you just have a terrible game week going, but you're like, well, you know, if I get 60 points from this guy, I at least have a building block for next game week. I think that just kind of like that aspect of I want to complete them all. I want to get like streak 5 in every comp just because I have a little bit of time before MLS. And like that was my goal, to hit as many 5 streaks as I could. Didn't do very well. You know, hit La Liga just this week, but didn't get any of the other ones. So kind of a failure in my book, because I wanted to hit like, my goal was hitting like 3 other ones just to be like, man, that was awesome. Because like, who was the guy that he had like 14 straight in MLS? QTN. Like it was like you see that and you're like, man, that's so hard to do. I would love to do something like that kind of thing. And like whenever I started the Bundesliga, I got to streak 4 and lost it the second time around. So I was on streak 9. I'm like, could I do it right now? And then it's like, I don't know, little things like that just kind of drag me into, I like that aspect. So it was more of just like, I enjoy doing something like that compared to.
So, but no thought of continuing through the end of the European season?
No. I got to have some money in the kitty to fire off at MLS. So I know you said about keeping that Yamal. I think that might be one of the cards that like I struggle to like list just because I love that card.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But I think, you know, we are going to see prices go down. They have held steadily. Like you said, and like you said that you say Elise's prices held and actually went up a little bit. So like Bundesliga and La Liga, I haven't sold yet. So I'll see all those prices now. So if you're going to give me a little bit of an excitement there.
Yeah, I think it was the, let's see, in-season rares. So this was 657. Oh, sorry. Hold on. 657 on December 12th. And the last sale is 878.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
919 on the secondary market. Like that's a big, for this, like this part of the season. Obviously it's down from the beginning of the season. This is the 6-month limited chart. There's probably so many cards that it'll take forever to load, but yeah, I mean, it's up.
Yeah.
Which is like wild to see. And yeah, Andreas was like, look at Classic as well. And the interesting thing about the Classic Elises is that they're midfielders, not forwards, which actually I think people prefer those because you can play Kane and Diaz together. But yeah, it's crazy.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
We're back.
Oh, wow. 684 and 690 for what is going on? But I wanted to look at Yamal too.
Yeah.
Halligan said, I'm going for the 5th streak next weekend in Bundesliga, and then I think I'll sell up to play MLS. Yeah.
I think it's probably a pretty popular strategy just because, you know, as you get to the end, like MLS, as those prices just tumbled just because less, you know, in-season use left. it was just like, man, I probably should have sold insert player here a couple months ago, you know, because I haven't used them. And it's just like, I don't want to get to that point.
Yeah. The UCL rotation nightmare is only going to get worse with at least Bayern. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's all nuts. Just Heat rewards went down, prices went up. Hopefully the opposite this season. I think we were pretty surprised about that last year, that it felt like the initial response was like, oh, these reward pools aren't that great. And then everybody's like, but I'm buying. Let's go.
Can't believe you guys, you idiots, bought from the beginning, right? All of you guys. as I'm just shoveling them in. I'm
Sure.
the GIF where you're just shoveling coal in the money.
The money, right? Yeah. Ryan said, did they do the special game week for 3 streakers and 5 streakers in Europe? Do you think we have badges and special comps in MLS again? They did not do a Masters competition for Europe, or they haven't. I don't want to say they didn't, but they certainly haven't. Nothing's been announced. So maybe that comes in the winter update or not. Who knows? I think that was a pretty cool.
That was cool
thing to do, but I wonder if they put that out as a kind of a carrot of like, hey, you should play streaks, and we have these extra comps, and then they realized that we all would just play streaks regardless, so that they didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But going back to the whole playing Europe for streaks as opposed to leaderboard cash, do you have the same mentality for MLS, since obviously your edge is significantly higher in MLS?
Yeah, I'm interested because I've never played limited MLS. So like learning curve there, it's really hard. It's way harder in limited than it is rare. And it just flat out is, because you're competing with everyone else who has the more XP, you know, for some of them. So limited, no, just going for streaks. Don't really care about the limited leaderboards because I probably won't be there, just flat out. Rare, there is something about like, you know, especially with me playing MLS, I look at the rare leaderboards in D1 every time, and it's like, okay, makes sense. And it's like, I want to be up there and just kind of like prove that, I don't know, don't need to prove anything, but like to myself, that like, hey, I should be doing this.
Yeah.
And I do care about leaderboards in rare MLS. But yeah, I don't see myself in limited unless I go like, okay, I'm gonna get 5% on everybody from the start. Just don't see that as a goal.
Did you track last year like your winnings with each? Because obviously we know you qualified for the Masters. Do you have two entries in that one?
They didn't give you like 2 entries. You got like, I had the 5 streak and the 3 streak, so like those were 2 different things. So I got those, but no, it didn't give me 2 streak entries for that. But I loved it. I don't see it coming back, but I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a really cool thing. And then like the first Masters, where it was just like all the 3 streak people, was limited people in it, and it's just like you look at the names and it's like it's a who's who. And then the 5 streak, where did it end up? Might have been like 18, I think, at rare for the final 5 streak. And it's like you look through the names, like, yeah, it makes sense. Like these are all like the best MLS players, which, you know, I was kind of proud to be part of that, just because it is hard and takes a little bit of luck. And like the thing about streaks, whenever I hit the 5th streak the first time, I was down to like the 80th or like 82nd minute, and I'm up late Eastern time. It was probably around midnight, but it was Anders Dreyer. I needed it decisive.
And like the post or something like that.
He hit the post like 10 minutes earlier, and it's like, no, not like this, not like this. Then he scores, and I think it was like, it might have been the 87th or something. It was pretty late, and I'm just like, let's go. And it's like, I'm never gonna forget that. And like, I wouldn't be celebrating like that for like a 7th place or whatever I finished. You know what I mean? Like, whenever we had like the first talk, it's like, oh, if you hit the 5th streak, you're probably gonna win. You just don't. Like, this, you know, that aspect. I wouldn't be going nuts for a 7th place finish, but like obviously streaks give you that little bit of like, you know, like this week in La Liga, everybody hit it, like a ton of people. And I think I was like, I don't know where I finished. I think it was like 30th or something. So like the leaderboard cash was like $30, or maybe I'm getting that wrong. But like, I don't care. right? I was just going for that set total. So I don't know. That's got me hooked.
I think that you brought up like a really good reason to have masters. Sorry, I'm getting a little choppy here, I think. That the leaderboard on those things is just like you said, it's like a who's who. And that makes it a little more fun. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on here.
You're good on my end.
Oh, I am. Oh, all right.
Yeah,
weird.
You look great.
And so like that's how I looked at it. Like you want to be able to have, at least in my mind, in each league, the ability to have a tournament that is just that, a who's who of like people who are really good at this competition. And one random week finishing 7th is not like, you don't get that feeling at all.
Yeah. It's kind of like DFS. What is a king of the pitch on DK?
Yeah.
And like, winning an entry into that kind of thing. I don't know. Or like satellite tournaments. If you're playing poker, like you win this satellite, you get into, the main event, World Series of Poker, things like that.
Totally. Philly Daily said, so when they say we know how much you love hot streaks, Deke is the one.
Guilty. Might be the only one.
Just Heat said, do we think MLS rewards are closer to Challenger from this season or the lower MLS rewards from last season? I have no idea. Like, it's so hard for me to speculate on any of it. I think there are way more teams in Challenger though. Like, even though we have partial Portugal and Turkey, but we also have all of Austria and all of Scotland. Maybe it's not more. I don't know. Let's see. Halligan, we're not ditching the game week review. I was going to do it first, and then we just like jumped into MLS. And so, I mean, we can do it right now. Unless,
sorry, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say MLS wise before we jump out of it?
No, nothing.
All right, let's rock. And apologies, my own computer is like being a little glitchy. So if I get glitchy, just someone let me know. But let's go to La Liga since we're talking about how everybody won this one. There we go. So where did you finish points wise for this one?
Like 510 maybe, I think.
I mean, I'm just looking here. 50th place was 513.
Okay, so maybe I was like around 70th then.
Yeah, I feel like just what you said before, that when streaks came out and we were like, oh, to get the top streak, like you're going to be at the top of the leaderboard. And we kind of ignored that. If you have a week that's really high scoring, like you're not the only one with that lineup. Like nobody wins these things by 100 points. And so as we see here, this leaderboard, 538.36 and 538.30.
Oh, 0.06 away from another thou. Oof.
That's ridiculous. And this lineup, a bunch of no-name players here. Joan Garcia, Kubarsi, Danny Olmo, Lamine Yamal, and Rafinha take first place, or is taking first place. I don't know how this gets pipped except for Opta. Second place, Garcia, Kubarsi, Olmo, Yamal, and Mbappe. So just Rafinha for Mbappe switch. Do you remember way back on Friday when you were like, I need someone better than Kubarsi?
Yep, 100%. And I went in your Discord and I was like, is there anyone else, because I was going to buy them, just because, again, with streaks, like it makes sense, for that. And I can't remember who it was. It was,
I think it was Andreas.
It was Andreas. Yeah. He said, no, you're good. just keep that, please.
It was as simple as that. And you were like, okay, that's fine. Cool. And Kubarsi, 89 without a decisive.
Unbelievable.
So the second place lineup is the same. Is that the same? Yamal, Kubarsi. Yeah, the same lineup as second place. Finished 2.5 points shorter with a classic Yamal captain there. Oh, well. Actually, I wanted to see if the first place, because this feels like a lineup that everybody plays for streaks. And like we were saying, everybody seemed to hit the 5th streak this week. So let's see. Second streak.
Oh, man.
An extra $240 from vaulting, though, which is pretty
wow. Yeah, really good.
good. Let's see. Second place, did they get the 5th streak for the extra 1,000? No. Maybe not that many people did it. That was their 3rd streak.
Okay.
Not bad. Anyway, let's see. So 538.36 won D1, 518 won D2. Garcia, Kubarsi, Bellingham, Yamal, and Mbappe. I just feel like these lineups are the same every week.
Yeah, that's what I played.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
That's pretty.
Oblak, Kubarsi, Bellingham, Mbappe, Rafinha. Rafinha captain, Rafinha and Bellingham with the Ballon d'Or cards. Oblak's and Kubarsi Halloween edition. Oh no, this is a Ballon d'Or, not the Halloween. And just a regular winter edition Mbappe. So boring, that one. 3rd place, Garcia, Kubarsi, Olmo, Yamal, and Rafinha. So this is the lineup that won Division 1. That scored 50 more or 40 more points. Probably some collections and
5% all around
XP. Yeah. And then Division 3, 506, Courtois, Kubarsi, Bellingham, Yamal, Mbappe. I was told Division 3 is where you don't have to face these guys. Garcia, Kubarsi, Olmo, Rafinha, Frankie de Jong. So no Yamal. All right, now we're getting reasonable. And then we go right out of it. Oblak, Pubel, Bellingham, Yamal, Mbappe.
That's crazy they didn't have an entry above D3. Just assuming, right?
I would assume. Let's see.
I mean, that worked out, kind of.
They'll be in Division 2 now.
Yeah. Hey, PSU.
It looks like they're only La Liga lineup.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. This was the D1 lineup in La Liga. Matt Ryan, Eric Garcia, Arda Güler, Rafinha, and Frankie de Jong. That feels like they messed up their entries.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That D3 lineup had some DNPs recently. Oh, that's why it's in D3. What's your opinion on the bonuses, anti-stack and cap bonuses? Do you pay attention to them at all?
No. Just play the best players, pretty much. If it's like a tie between, it's like, oh, I could play either kind of thing. Maybe I'll think about only playing 2 from the same team, but it's just kind of an afterthought.
Mm-hmm. Andreas was saying that lineup probably wouldn't have won as much cash in D1.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So rare, very different lineup. Wait, nope, it's the same. Garcia. Oh, actually, it's the Garcia stack instead of Kubarsi. Dani Olmo, Yamal, and Mbappe in first. Second place, Oblak, Pubel, Jersey Mint, Olmo, Yamal, and Mbappe. I guess everybody went on Dani Olmo when Pedri was ruled out. Third place, Garcia, Kubarsi, Bellingham, Yamal, and Mbappe. La Liga's too easy. We got a Real Madrid stack in D2. Actually, hold on. 520. I didn't see what the score was. 562.
Wow.
528 in Division 2. Courtois, Huijsen, Bellingham, Mbappe, Rafinha captain. Wins it. Barca stack with Mbappe. Little classic Mbappe there. Third, Oblak, Kubarsi, Bellingham, Mbappe, Alvarez. That's kind of interesting. At least we're trying to get a little unique here with the best players. And then D3. Oh, Andres.
Hey.
Courtois, Asensio, Olmo, Alvarez, Rafinha. So let's see. 496.71 wins $250. 496. And that would be somewhere here. 750 essence and 500 XP.
Yeah. Well played.
Here we go. I got 544 in Division 1 and won $80. Might win 250 in D3 with 496. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Super Rare, I assume, is the same because why wouldn't it be? Let's see. Buzzer beater: Garcia, Kubarsi, Olmo, Yamal, and Rafinha, with the in-season Olmo and classic Garcia uniques. So that's regularly $4,000, but because of the uniques, oh boy, that's a big number. We tack on another 4,608, $8,608. And I'm going to guess Pranksy in second place has a couple uniques here. Garcia, Kubarsi, Arda Güler, Yamal, and Rafinha. 4 in-season uniques and 1 classic unique. Deke, this is normally $2,000. Can you do the quick math of what he actually won?
I was not paying attention at all. I was just looking at that Lamine Yamal. I apologize.
$2,000 turns into $10,560. God,
nice. Oh, that's just amazing.
What's funny, when these cards came out, like I was saying, like, this isn't my style of art, but I think this card is so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Which is why I told you can't sell yours.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just buy yours.
Yeah, it'll be listed after the stream here. After the
stream. No, not after the stream. You got to hold it until tomorrow, right? Because you got to.
Oh yeah, never mind. Today's Monday.
Oh wait, did you claim your streak?
Yeah, but leaderboard cash.
Oh, leaderboard cash. Right.
We'll wait. Yeah.
Bambi finishes third. Garcia, Kubarsi, Frankie De Jong, Yamal, and Rafinha with classic Rafinha and Frankie De Jong uniques. The other 3 were in-season super rares, so not quite as much of a multiplier. But let's see. Third place is 1,000, and he took home 1680. Actually, it's not as big of a difference as I expected. I mean, 60% more, I guess, is fine. All right. What else did you play this week? Yeah, you're still in Bundesliga, right?
Still in Bundesliga, yeah.
Where did you streak-wise finish? Or where are you in streaks?
I was on the 5th and lost. Amiri came off the bench for that double decisive. I played Kimmich. I like the look of this lineup.
Gulashi,
I played that
David Ram
stack as well.
It's funny. I always thought Mazza's cards were forwards. Maybe his classic ones are forwards, because I was looking for a forward, like a Bundesliga forward that wasn't Olise or Kane. And yeah, who knows?
Let's go, winner in the chat.
D1872. Are you D080893? There's just so many numbers. Lost my streak last week. Oh man. Oh. Yorkie Will, what's up? We haven't gotten to Prem yet, so don't worry. Anyway, 536.34. First place, David Ram, captain. He's back. We're all good.
He's so back.
Second place, wow. All right, Daniel Hoyer Fernandez, Luka Vuskovic, excuse me. Is he still on loan from Tottenham? That's where he was, right? Yeah. Angelo Stiller, Dennis Undav, and David Ram.
Love that lineup. It's different. It's great.
I have these guys. Did I put them in the same lineup? Hold on. Now I'm going to be like, oh, I had the right. So I played Gulashi, Ram, Amiri, captain, Harry Trade's School of Captains. Did it here too, by the way.
Yeah.
Where did I play? Oh, here's Stiller.
Oh, here.
Look at that.
Oh, Chabot too. Martel had to let us down there.
Didn't even start. Couldn't even give us the decency of starting. Anyway, that's 529, and then 524, Gulashi, Ram, Seawald, Diamande, and Orban. So just a full Leipzig stack there. All right, 536, Division 2, 523. Kobel, Schlotterbeck, Mazza, Diamande, and classic David Ram. So the Dortmund defensive stack there. Second place, Gulashi, Ram, Nusa, Diamande, Orban. So another full Leipzig stack there.
So interesting question here. We just talked about the boost. So that first one would have had the extra, 2% boost?
Yep.
on all, and then the second one full stack. Interesting.
10-point difference, 9.5 or so.
Okay. Yeah.
And then this one also lost the stacking bonus because 4 Leipzig and then Amiri.
Yeah.
The Amiri bailout, so wonderful, at least for those of us who got it. Because I definitely complained as soon as the lineup came out, and I was like, I'm dead. This game is terrible. And then he double decisive. Oh, never mind. I mean, we just pulled that sub back that I tried to use. Anyway, D3 509. Gulashi, Ram, C, another Leipzig stack. Wow, they won by, 494. I thought that said 464 for a second. Nikola Vasilj, Ginter, Seawald, Bayer, and Baku. This is what D3 is all about.
Yeah. Love it.
Dan said I hit both streak 5s. I assume that was the Bundesliga and La Liga, I think Dan said.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. Fixed gaming. I'm 8th in Bundesliga D2. Let's see what that is. We'll give you a shout out here.
Yeah.
Now I got to go the whole leaderboard, though. 8th place. Gulashi, Orban, Nusa, Baku, and Diamond. So another Leipzig stack for the first streak. Well done. To be honest, I thought the lineup was dead due to Amiri, as we all did. All right. Rare. Gulashi, Ram, Seawald, Diamande, and Orban. JD Trey. That's 557, 550. It's just RB Leipzig all over the place. Gulashi, Ram, Amiri, Mohamed Amora. I've never heard of that player. And Orban. Not that that means anything, but it's weird to see not a Bayern dominant leaderboard. Gives us hope. Oof. Gulashi, Orban, Amiri, Diamande, and Elise. Nice. That's fun.
That's very fun.
And then Fernandez, Vuskovic, Baku, Demirovic, Orban. Wow. All right, we're getting a little crazier now.
Yeah.
517. Third place, Nubel, Raum, Fabio Vieira. Wow. Cali Muendo, and Vuskovic. I feel like it's working. Yeah. I feel like the lower divisions are working, if that's the lineup. All right, super rare. Gulashi, Raum, Olise, Diamande, and Orban. Oh, everybody's favorite bot, Basilbot, Blazovic, Raum, Nusa, Diamande, and Orban. Huh. So it's like 4 Leipzig and a backup goalie from Leverkusen who happened to start. Why not?
Yeah.
Fernandez, Orban, Seawald, Nusa, and Nathaniel Brown. Wow. I owned this guy's limited card like 2 seasons ago because he took set pieces for St. Pauli once. Yeah. Just once. Oh, and the Willie Orban Classic Unique.
Nice.
It's wild. Let's go to Ligue 1 because I had a decent Ligue 1 week. It wasn't all PSG, which is nice. All right. Peace, Love, Understanding wins or is winning. No, this is over. Division 1, 484 wins it. Rui, Bolardi, Morton, Endrick, and Klaus. Endrick, man. I don't even know what to say about that. This kid who doesn't play at all for Real Madrid goes to Lyon and just smashes his face off the first 2 games.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 games, right?
Yep, 94. Yeah.
Not a bad L2.
Seems like the real deal.
What's that?
Seems like the real deal there.
I guess, yeah. Second place, Chevalier, Klaus, Cabal, Endrick, and Vitinha. Just that. You have Vitinha, and you're like, nah, I'm going to captain Endrick. And it's the total right call.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the home stands. That's probably the reason. Chevalier, Zabarny, Vitinha, Endrick, Sangar. Yeah, no Endrick, no party. 484. Oh, 506. D2. Rested, Cresswell, Morera, Panicelli, and Douay. Wow. So we've got, So the Toulouse defensive stack and then 3 players away to Lille.
You and Toulouse defensive stack, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. Like I have all of these guys. I would never like the thought of playing one, let alone multiple guys away to Lille. Yeah, that's nuts. Mavogo, Talbi, Lopez, Guerri, and Otavio captain 100. I would say the good advice here, if you have a guy who's going to score 100, captain him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Third place, another Strasbourg stack. Oh, wow. Like I have 4 Ligue 1 limited lineups, and I bet I didn't play a single guy from Strasbourg. Let's see. So here was my PSG stack with Cabal. I had to get 380 for the streak, 368. I played a Lille defensive stack against Strasbourg. That's what I did. I played 1. I played Barco. Oh, I did play duo. Oh, look at me.
Yeah,
I am sharp.
Yeah.
Captain him know that. Why did I do that? Man, there's a really good lineup here somewhere.
Yeah.
Restis, Cresswell, Vitinha. I actually didn't really have. Oh, Boho. Maybe it's not that great. Where? There's Otavio. Yeah. But yeah, right now I'm sitting 9th in Super Rare right now, and my captain didn't start.
Lopez. Oh, man, that's brutal. That always happens too, right? Like you have one guy to play, he's your captain. You're like, if only he, you know.
That's exactly what it was. He was. Were there games at the same time? No, this had already started, and I was like, when I saw he was on the bench, I was like, well, this clean sheet is guaranteed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then 50 off the bench. My only other option, realistically, was I was never going to play Magnetti against Toulouse. And Thomason was the other one that I could have played, and he was actually worse. Captaining anyone else would have been better, but what are you going to do? Anyway, D3, let's go Knicks. Restis, Nicolaisen, Morton, Hendricks, Barney with a Morton captain. Not ideal. All right. We'll go through these quickly here. So first place in rare, Dominic Grief, Cresswell, Barco, Panicelli, and Endrick. This Strasbourg thing is just going to drive me nuts. Penders, oh my God. Mike, a full Strasbourg stack. Wait a minute. This doesn't look right. Hold on. This is obviously not right. With the double Panicelli. So
yeah, that's well played.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. Diego Moreira. Still the full Strasbourg stack. Although no, that's the same card. What is going on here? Let me see.
Different captain, so maybe it is Moreira in both.
Well, this is the 1 of 100.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
And yeah, hold on. Visual bugs for the win. Second place is just not going to let us play, is it? Oh, well. Third, Chevalier, Mbao, Vitinha, Endrick, Kvaratskhelia. That feels like, Here we go. I'm like curious why. My curiosity is now going to make me click 15 extra times just to find out. Endrick, Panicelli. Okay. It's like the same, both were like special editions.
Yeah.
It's like throwing it off, I guess. I don't know. I was
going to say collusion. They're both playing the same card.
Right. 504 wins Division 1. Oh my God. 555 wins D2. Donovan Leon, Jonathan Klaus, Tyler Morton, Julio Enciso, and Martial Godo, who I don't have either.
Wow.
Well, congratulations on your promotion to D1. Cone, I guess Klaus was just the Division 2 play. Restis, Cresswell, Boadi, Boho, and McKenzie.
You have a lot of that lineup somewhere, right?
I played these 4 in in super rare.
Super, yeah.
No, not Cresswell. I don't have Cresswell, but I do have that in rare. Oh, excuse me, in limited. But I don't think I played it. I definitely played Restus. What is it? Restus, Cresswell, McKenzie. I don't think I played Restus, Cresswell.
Oh, okay, no McKenzie.
I didn't play McKenzie anywhere? Huh. Donham, Boho were here. I don't know. I think I just tried to get too cute. And then 499.9, Bonnie 1990, Restus, Talby, Morera, Cho, and Matias Fernandez Pardo. All right. Not bad. And then let's see who I lost to. Mavogo, Klaus, Kvaratskhelia, Cho, and Sar. Like, that's exactly the lineup where I'm like, I can compete here. Pug, Trapp, Otavio, Sangare, Cho, and Thomason. Like, what are these lineups? Chevalier, Zabarny, Zaire Emery, Endrick, and Morton. That's a cool card.
That is a cool card.
This is exactly the kind of card that I was talking about on my stream on Friday of like, I would love to just play this card places, but I just don't. I guess I would play it as my classic card in. What do we think a limited Endrick card costs from Palmaris?
I remember when it came out, it was crazy hyped.
Yeah, it was.
It was like star reward, I believe.
$53. I have no idea if that's good or not. Feels like a lot.
Feels like a lot, but yeah, what do I know?
But it's what people. Oh wait, hold on. 39 last sale.
Oh, the 41 was a Palmaris. It's a steal.
Cool card. Cool card. I guess we could do the Prem. People like the Prem. Where's Philly Dilly? Prem time, Philly Dilly. You too, Yorkie. All right. 483.24 with Dubravka, Romero, Tielemans, Bowen, and Rogers. This.
Wow.
What are we doing? Okay. So we've got no, it's not even the Burnley defensive stack. It's the Burnley goalkeeper and a defender in the same game on the other team, as they were hoping for a 0-0 and they get 2-2.
Yeah.
2 players from Villa and Bowen.
Just how you drew it up.
Oh, wait. Everton play today.
Oh.
Excuse me. Jordan Pickford plays today. So.
Should be good for a 90.
So really, this leaderboard means nothing. Right there is why the Prem GOAT and La Liga Garbo. This is it. Lou 191 swap all cards for something, 129%. Second place, Donnarumma, Romero, Soboslai, Salah, and Rodri. And Nico 6. Third place, Pope, Romero, Harry Wilson, Salah, and Mark Gahey. 471 is third place. All right, 492 in Division 2. Petrovic, Romero, Soboslai, Bowen, and Castagne. Who are these people? I'm just kidding. I know who they are. Emi Martinez, Romero. I guess it was just a Christian Romero week. Soboslai, Semenyo, and Pedro Porro.
Oh,
so look at that. It's a current podium with a 30. Salah and Donnarumma lose to the West Ham stack injected into my vein. When did you get out of prep?
I was, let's see. I played this week, I think.
Oh, you did?
I think maybe I was going for streak 4 or something, streak 3.
Okay.
Happily sell out of that.
There you go. Third place in D2, Martinez, Konsa, Rogers, Ollie Watkins, and Romero. So an Aston Villa stack plus Christian Romero. Ban West Ham stacks. 467 wins D3.
Let's go.
Emi Martinez, Romero, Tielemans, Bowen, and Konsa. I can't imagine the streaks were plentiful. 507 was first place right now. Pope, Romero, Soboslai, Saka, and Rice, with 3 total decisives amongst the 5 players. Second place, Donnarumma, Todibo, Fernandez, that's Mateus Fernandez, Bowen, and Somerville, with someone with a West Ham logo.
Love that.
Avatar. We love it.
Give
with
him
the
some
Donnarumma. What's that?
Give him some happiness.
Something, yeah. With the Donnarumma honeycomb PSG card. Why not? And our good friend Yorkie Will here. Vicario, Romero, Mateus Fernandez, Saka, and Caicedo. Man. What do you think he was more confident about? The Spurs clean sheet or West Ham putting up 3 against Sunderland?
You know, probably West Ham. Just, you know, easier that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The way to be, Yorkie. 478.83. Wow.
Nice. Congrats.
D2. Oh, Sorare down under. Sanchez, Romero, Soboslai, Saka, and Rice. That's a nice lineup.
Yeah.
Everyone was 1,000% on the Spurs clean sheet. You just never learn, you guys. Donnarumma, Mickey Van de Ven is second place. Soboslai, Gakpo, and Jaden Anthony. And then third place, Aston Villa stack of Martinez, Konsa, and Tielemans, joined by Salah and Romero. The Romero captain was the great call this week, I guess.
Yeah.
And then third place, or excuse me, D3, first place, Martinez, Frimpong, Soboslai, Bowen, and Gravenberch. Not bad. Oh, here we go. Yorkie Will says, I still have Tarkowski to go tonight. Could knock myself out of third. Let's see what that looks like. This is what happens when you get Haaland, Doku, and Foden sitting. That's fair. Let's see, Yorkie Will. Where's your Tarkowski? Here we are. Your 87th, 381. Donnarumma, Gahey, Rodri, Semenyo, and Tarkowski to come. Are we getting 100 from Tarkowski? I guess you don't need 100. Who do they play? Oh, Leeds. Oh, boy. It's in play. That's in play.
Yeah.
All right. Super rare. Donnarumma, Gahey, Mateus Fernandez, Somerville, and Semenyo. Classic Gahey, unique. In-season Somerville, unique. Appreciate the variety there. Second place, Leno, Kusanov, Fernandez, Semenyo, Romero, with Semenyo captain. And then Max here, Pope, Mukiele, Soboslai, Neto, and Romero. So we're out of Gahey to sell.
Wow.
I guess. That was my water bottle. Sorry about that. I don't even play Prem. I shouldn't be celebrating anything. So we did the big 4. What time is it? Man, we're not flying at all. You have another one? Did you play any of these?
I did not. Nope.
I played Challenger. Oh, actually, I played Contender too. All right, let's blow through these here. Challenger, 5, 35, 66. Butland, Fernandez, Raskin, Tavernier, and Ricardo Horta. So a Rangers stack. They won 3-0. Is it just going to be all Rangers here? Yep. Oh my God, is that the same lineup? Are we doing this again? Same exact lineup. Are the cards changing? Oh, they are. Okay. Third place, same. Butland, Tavernier, Raskin, Fernandez, Gassama. So this was full. So yeah, it was a Rangers week, I guess.
No.
So the difference here was 4.56. No. 4.1. I don't know. I'm not going to do that math in my head. Anyway. D2, Rangers, Trabzonspor, and Braga.
That's a tight finish there.
531.67, 531.36, 529.40. Wow. 528. Man.
Dang. XP matters. Maybe.
$150 for first place. Anyway, Butland, Tavernier, Raskin, Zalazar, and Nygren. I didn't realize Braga won 5-0.
Wow.
So I went into this game week. We're going to show just how dumb I am. So I have, for Challenger, I have Sporting, Porto, Benfica, Braga. So the top 4 in Portugal, and Fenerbahce. Braga won 5-0. I'm almost certain I did not play. Yep. Benfica, Porto, Sporting.
Oh, man. Oh.
I wonder if I even played even an all-star maybe. This is going to be so painful. There's Hornacek and Gomez in all-star. Okay. Oh, I'm winning a tier 2. Look at me.
Nice.
As of now, who knows? Oh, that's right. Porto play today. Thank you. I didn't even notice that. Like, I need 380. Closest I got was 352, but I've got 3 guys playing today.
Yeah, just lock that in.
Just check the leaderboard, and an Everton clean sheet tonight would knock me down so far. What happened to Tarkovsky, though?
Probably a lot of people have Pickford and Tarkovsky together.
Yeah. XP always matters. Simple as that. And then let's see, just more Rangers, Sporting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Last one here. Hornacek, McGinn, Zalazar, Horta, and Pau Victor. So a little more Braga. Just rubbing it in my face here. I get it, guys. All right. Rare. Is that the same lineup as Limited?
Yeah.
Horta, Tavernier, Raskin, and Butlin are for sure.
Different captain, huh?
Fernandez. Yeah, just different captain. 535, 548. Obviously, you get the scarcity bonus. But yeah, that's how you do it. Butlin, Tavernier, Raskin, Fernandez, Gassama. Is that the same also as second place in Limited? Or was it third it was third place that did the full stack?
So that one, what? No, never mind.
It was the second place one, this one. What did you play in Challenger? Like, what teams did you go for?
I had a Raskin. I had Sporting, some Braga guys, just kind of like a hodgepodge. That
sounds like you were really into it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do so hot. It's just like, yeah, we'll just, they look good, sure.
Simple game when you do it that way.
Yeah.
Skav Olsen, I had him somewhere. All right, more Braga here. Batterina, back from the dead. And then Providel, Fernandez, Raskin, Horta, and McGinn. Why not? And then, Lautaro. I do love the random Serie A guys. All right, Super Rare, Butlin, Fernandez, Raskin, Gassama, Tavernier. Same thing. Just a lot of, Osimhen.
Yeah.
But not Serie A. I saw the Napoli. I was like, oh, wait, no. And then the Butlin in-season unique.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Butez and Osimhen, original season uniques. Horta, Inacio, and Zalazar. I love that.
Yeah.
How much XP do you think is on this Osimhen?
As much as you can get.
It's a super rare. I thought it was a unique.
Oh, wow.
59,000. That's crazy.
That's awesome.
But the Butez is a unique. He's been incredible. Like, it's so funny to see this. But let's see. 76,034.
Wow. Butez, did Lamans push him out to move him? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then they moved him as well.
Then they moved him, yeah.
Yeah. Yorkie Will, the hot take here. I think 50% captain's too strong, and we should go back to 20%. You better lower those streaks if you're doing it. Anyway, JPL, did you play this one?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you played them all, I guess. Yeah.
Got except for Contender. I think I had like a mismatch of things in Contender, but yeah, played JPL.
You did not play Contender?
I did not. I played it with like one lineup, but I didn't like play it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I say that and I barely play it now. Anyway, Jupiler, Kuzman, Sardella, Ito, Kanga, and Pascozzi. No idea. Yeah, Andreas sent me this before. Andreas is going to have 20% on his in-season Mbappe soon. Anyway, 517 wins it. 513 second. 507.
Yeah, there's the Bruges. Kadri decided to play after I sold him. Nice. Got 100.
I feel like I'm doing the thing that Harry and Quinny do on the Deadline show, where you are probably working at the time and they're just like, oh, here are the leagues that we don't follow. Let's just bang through them really quickly. So here we are. Sharpen, Smets, Vanaken, Skoras, and Kadri. I believe there is a JPL game today, though. I thought it wasn't done. Maybe I'm wrong. Jupiler Pro. Oh, it is done. Excuse me. And so is Eredivisie.
Okay.
And then super rare. Yorkie Wilson, I have 18% on my rare Bruno. Whew. Rof, Paskowski, Kadri, Skoras, and Kanga. So that's a Ghent stack with full Genk.
Full, yeah.
Full Genk stack, excuse me. Pranksy with the Sherpin, Michele, Vanaken, Skoras, and Kadri. So USG, Bruges, and Genk. Yeah, that's how you do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Sherpin, Say, Stankovic, Goto, and Zorgan. Is he good again?
Whenever I had him, he was okay. Yeah, in the middle there. And
not really.
Yeah, not great. He was African Cup of Nations for a while.
Oh, that's true.
So, yeah.
That's true. All right. That was Jupiler, which I blasted through. We'll do Here we go. Eredivisie. I feel like everyone hit the 5th streak in Eredivisie this week.
This is a real bummer because I think I was on the 4th last week and didn't hit it. And I had all those players.
These are all your guys, yeah. So first place, Yaros, Yoribas, Veerman, Haj Musa, and Morrow Jr. 555.74. 554 is second place with the same lineup.
Except classic versus
the classic Veerman. Probably doesn't have the XP there, which is why you lost by 1.5 points. Third place. Oh, we got a little Kaplan here.
Yeah.
And the Veerman Heerenveen card. Much respect. QTN throwing in a Perisic to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I do like this card.
Yeah.
This is one of those cards that I think I had this card.
I was going to say, you had to have done that.
Definitely had this card. Maybe it's this specific one. Let's find out. Not mine.
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine? Yorkie Will, I don't have updated streak data today. The data that I got, we figured out was incorrect because it was too low. It was like it said something like 30 people hit the 5th streak in La Liga limited, and we were like, it's not right.
They're missing a 0.
What's that?
They're missing a 0.
Yeah. Right. That's how it feels. Like, oh man. But we figured out because there was somebody hit the top streak in rare, I know, for Eredivisie, and the data had said none. So yeah. Dramel with it. No way he had another monster score.
Wow. Oof. I mean,
in like a super high scoring league, and Joel Dramel is just like racking up 90s. Anyway, 555.74, 557 would have won. And then, yeah, Yorkie, La Liga broke the streak data. And then 535 in Division 3, just Veermans everywhere. I assume we're going to see some Veermans here. Yaros, Bass, Veerman, Haj Musa, and Morrow Jr. It's the same as limited. QTN, same lineup. Oh, that's the same lineup he has as limited. Right? Yeah. I mean, I guess when you can have the best of both scarcities, you may as well just do it.
Yeah.
601. My God. Well, actually, let's see. Did QTN hit the 5th streak in rare? There's going to be so many lineups here. Yeah, so that's what it was.
There it is.
5th streak in rare right there.
Had to be him.
And 5th streak in limited.
Makes sense. You know, it's playing the same. You know,
Wait, yeah, I get you're right. You're absolutely right. When you're playing
Yeah.
the same exact lineups, it may as well be. 3rd streak in Jupiler, 2nd in La Liga Rare, 4th in Contender Limited, 5th in La Liga Limited. Jeez.
Yeah, pretty good. 57,000.
12 it basically hits 12 streaks, 57,000 essence.
We're not worthy.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, and then in super rare, the Veerman Hearing Bean.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
I bet if this card hasn't changed hands, this has to have 50,000 XP. 17,000. Oh, bought it 3 months ago. Changed hands. Oof. Is QTN just the best Sorare player or something? I think many people would argue that was the case. It's really, the argument comes down to like what you value the most. Like I think QTN is a big play the best players, and other people think win with lesser players. But then you don't get 12 hot streaks in a single game week. Anyway, 2nd place, Wellenruther, Maurer Jr., Veerman. It's just a full Veerman show here. Yeah, okay. And then, all right, last one is Contender.
Shaqiri,
Chicago Fire card, 100 captain. I can't believe you don't play Contender.
I hate Shaqiri. Guy doesn't try in MLS and then, you know, goes to some fake league over there in Switzerland and, you know.
So I think Shaqiri is the reason why everyone was like, when Zinc went, they were like, whoa, hold, like, he can't be that good because Shaqiri's, look at Shaqiri.
Right.
It's like, oh, he just didn't try.
Just didn't try, literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him, though. Get that money.
Yeah, but there he is. 481 wins Contender D1. 477 is 2nd with no Shaqiri. Had no idea Matt Target was somewhere that is now Contender. And then 3rd place, Di Maria. With a Zagreb. This is all over.
Darmstadt, yeah. Darmstadt.
I don't know what that is.
Nice.
481 is 1st place. 479 in D2. It's not, I guess that's high enough. There's Shaqiri again. Wow, Leandro Paredes now in Boca.
Wow.
That is the fun thing about Contender where, wow. You just see these like random cards and you're like, oh, yeah. Look at that.
It is, yeah. Like there's several guys that are in season MLS guys that went to Contender, right?
Yep.
I mean, Wagner, obviously. Malanda.
There was another big one, I thought. Who hit it? But like
Ajiman. He's been doing pretty well. Yeah.
Yep. He scored this weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't stop scoring.
No.
One's harder than everyone else. Hawaii. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Not bad. Just takes every other game off, I guess.
Yeah. 0 AA pretty much.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, probably negative. Yeah. Negative 0.1.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I played, Gaeze. That's who it is. I played Gaeze in season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't work. Whatever he did, it wasn't enough. What is going on? Oh, so this is 4 rare cards in a limited and with a Juan Quintero captain from River Plate. Wow.
All right.
Man. I remember when these cards came out, they minted like 8 of them. And then he went to Colombia and everyone's like, cheat code. And then he just wasn't. Anyway. but now back a river. First place, Filipovic, Serge Dominguez, there's Shaqiri, Liverpool card, no less.
Wow.
Oh, SR Monkey, second place here.
Nice.
With a Paredes Classic. Mango Juice. Yeah, I guess it was a Reese. The Cuisance wasn't even that good. I have a Barish Attic, so he wasn't bad. Do we see a Chicago Fire Jordan Shaqiri Super Rare in first place?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's the big lettering from 2022.
Survey says.
Oh, wrong.
Didn't get there. We got to find him somewhere here. Wow.
Oh, okay.
This guy's been great. Harry pointed him out to me. Satoshi Tanaka, who's now at Dusseldorf, of course. Huh. And his first couple games, he's just, this is all AA, except all this one where he had 86.
Love to see that.
Wow. Where are the Shakiris?
Does he not have supers?
There's got to be tons of them, I would assume.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody had the faith.
Just beat him.
This is actually really funny to me that he was like all over the limited. Wow. I know I'm like skipping.
Yeah, but he should pop up somewhere.
Like, I'm like, did I click the wrong leaderboard?
No.
Oh, no, we looked at that one. Fifth. All right, we're going to end the stream looking for Shaqiri. Oh, this guy finished 7th and 8th. That's fun.
0.2 apart.
Surely Nanzo has one.
Yeah. There's Di Maria.
Wow. Did I skip Tyson? I can't imagine Bambi has one. All right. I'm not actually going to click until we find one, but I'm going to keep clicking at least for another few seconds.
I feel like everyone in Super Rare just hates them too. You know?
I guess so.
Wow.
So nowhere in the top 20 from a player who scored 100.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to call out all of these people who own his Super Rares. 27 Super Rares, and these guys can't play them. One on the market, though. Come on, Brees.
Yeah, that was the 2022. I thought we were going to see that one. I don't know.
This one?
The one below it.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Nanzo did have one.
Yeah. Huh.
He just didn't put it in the right lineup. Let's see. This might break for how many lineups Nanzo probably has. Let's see. Where is Shaqiri? Oh, it's not even going to work if we have to like find him in All-Star. Actually, the real question is, what happened to the uniques?
Oh, yeah.
In the vault. My
wow.
God. Let's see. Cash Arc, they played. Here it is. In All-Star. 4th in All-Star.
I mean, what, they're on the road? I don't know anything about Switzerland, but
I can tell you that Shaqiri, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Okay.
Only appropriate that we finish the stream looking for Jordan Shaqiri.
Couldn't find him in Chicago, that's for sure.
Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. All right. Last MLS question for you, Deke. How many Messis are enough?
Probably 4, right?
Per scarcity?
Sure. Yeah. Unless you're, I guess, arena and stuff, but you don't get him to play arena. Till he starts like not playing and stuff, and then we just are out on him. Then Harry starts the old worst card on the platform. Then he turns it around, and then he's the best card again. And I'm sure we'll have that
Yeah, it's going to be the first time where it's a Wednesday in, you know what it is? It'll be like the Wednesday in Vancouver that he plays and then doesn't play at Orlando that weekend.
Yep.
And our good friend Mike McGee will be like, he's scared of Orlando again.
Just won't play in a rivalry match, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Scared of him. Deke, really appreciate all of this time. I think you talking about MLS gets everyone excited for MLS to come. And so hopefully the winter update that's coming sometime this week is chock full of great surprises for us from MLS. As a reminder to anybody, if you want to get in, or if you're into MLS and you want to get better at it, or you're not into MLS and want to get really good at it, Deke has a Patreon here, patreon.com/DekeFC. And come join that. As we said kind of at the beginning, if you're coming in late, he does daily news and rumors here. He's got team previews for all the teams. And then all of that changes over to the really important stuff of when the season starts, and we get all those nice little nuggets of information that Deke finds when he does all the research so that we don't have to. So yeah.
Appreciate the plug and appreciate having me on. Cool to be on the official Sorare channel for the game we've been playing for so long, and love and hate every week.
Shout out to Jordan and Shaqiri for the same reasons. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Please make sure like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I also have my own Sorare channel that most of you who are here know, Sorare with Laird. If you want any more content, check that out. And so yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Good luck on all of your lineups. Congrats to everybody who hit the 5th streak this game week, particularly the 14,448 people in La Liga who did it. And while you're celebrating, just make sure you get outside.